Well, last night we exclusively revealed that legendary US Ambassador to Australia, Carolyn Kennedy, is dividing her time between Australia and the US, unlike her predecessors. She's spending more time in the States than any previous ambassadors, with critics saying she's hard to find and her absence has been noticed in political and national security circles. Well, tonight we can exclusively report that Carolyn Kennedy is having far less FaceTime with the Albanese government than she was used to during her posting in Japan. As ambassador to Japan, Kennedy had regular breakfasts and meals with the chief cabinet secretary. She also had regular calendarised meetings with the foreign ministry. I'm told that the ambassador hasn't had the same FaceTime with the Albanese government or with Foreign Minister Penny Wong. Carolyn Kennedy has had two formal one-on-one meetings with Penny Wong since her appointment 14 months ago. They had a bilateral meeting on the 27th of July 2022, and they had a pre-Osman meeting in mid-July 2023. On top of those four meetings, there were four other events that they attended together. So 6 events in total, but just 2 one-on-one meetings between Foreign Minister Penny Wong and America's Ambassador to Australia, Carolyn Kennedy, since her appointment last July. There have also been other phone calls and text message conversations as well. In response to questions about the lack of FaceTime with the Albanese government compared with what Ambassador Kennedy was used to in Japan, where, as I said, she had regular diarised meetings with the foreign ministry, a spokeswoman for the US Embassy said that Ambassador Kennedy enjoys a close working relationship with her Australian government counterparts, and she's had a number of warm and productive meetings with Prime Minister Albanese, Deputy Prime Minister Miles, and Foreign Minister Wong during her time in Australia. And since we went to air last night, Carolyn Kennedy attended the Earthshot Summit in New York alongside Prince William. Now, Strategic Analysis Australia Director Michael Shoebridge joins me now. Michael, thank you so much for your time. What is your view on our report that Ambassador Carolyn Kennedy is pursuing a new model of ambassador where she is dividing her time between the United States and Australia?
Well, Sharri, I saw your report. I don't think there's a problem with Carolyn Kennedy travelling home occasionally, but I do think she's got a real job to do here. And that's a public job and it's a private job. She's got to be building working relationships with the government, with the parliament, and also talking to the Australian public. And frankly, she can't be doing that while she's in America.
How much has her absence been noticed in Canberra in national security and political circles?
Well, I think she's just a far less active voice. We're used to having the American ambassador be a public voice, speak and write publicly, and seeing them engage politically. And right now, there's real work to do. There's a bit of a complacent bubble in Australia around our alliance and around AUKUS, and she needs to use her star power to get our government really taking the hard decisions that they're putting off to future governments. So
what do you mean by that? What are the hard decisions?
Push is being noticed.
Yeah. What are these hard decisions?
On AUKUS, if we're going to have... We're going to take control of these nuclear reactors from the submarines. We need a nuclear waste repository. That needs a decision on where it's going to be. We need an East Coast base. We need to stop talking about money that gets spent decades from now and do the hard work to get this thing on the road.